Each morning we gather in the chapel to begin our day by praying together office of readings. We have time for meditation and morning prayer. And then throughout the day, we come back to the chapel to gather in prayer again for Mass, daytime prayer, evening meditation, evening prayer, and night prayer.
So after silent breakfast, people trickle their way down to the cottage for conference. So this is the conference room. Throughout the year, we have a detailed walkthrough of the constitutions. On the second half of the year, we'll start looking at the vows, and a couple times a month, we'll have a guest presenter come in and do a workshop with us. So conference lasts usually between 45 minutes to an hour 15. And then after that, people are free until lunchtime.
In between conference and Mass, we have time to recollect ourselves in silence. You can spend that reading, meditating in the chapel, working out in the gym. We also have a nice weight room you can use in the morning, after conference, or during evening avocation.
Hey guys, so here at the Novitiate, we like to cook. Because we gotta cook, or else we won't eat. Here at the Novitiate, we all cook our meals, so we typically rotate. One person cooks a day. And Brother James is really good about helping you out if you're not super familiar with all the tools and gadgets like we are. We got a lot of cool gadgets. Kind of a professional kitchen, which is pretty cool. Sundays are a special meal, so typically during the week we try to cook simple meals within the poverty, kind of practice that for the real world. And then on Sundays you get to spice it up, cook a big meal. Then we have a social, we feast. Yeah.
So after midday prayer, we have work period from about 1:15 to 3. During work period, we work as a group to take care of the landscaping of the property, the maintenance of the house, and any other special projects that come up. We also have, we each have an assigned obedience area at the house. So every Friday, we do a deep clean of the house where every person cleans their obedience area. And then in addition to that, we have other obediences that change on a rotation. That would be something like being prayer leader or being on the dish crew.
Put that thing down.
So after work period, we have avocation time, which is basically the only time that's yours during the day. So you have the opportunity to come up here to the wood shop and build something for your room, for the house. You can do some reading, you can learn how to play an instrument, you can take a nap. It's really the time of the day that's yours, just to use however you please, either as a refresher or to develop some kind of skill.
So after dinner until night prayer, we have rec time. We usually hang out down here in the rec room, and you can play a board game like Sesame Street Chutes and Ladders or another board game of your choosing. We also have a pool table and a ping pong table, and a couple of us usually watch the nightly news during this time, which is basically the only time during the week that we're allowed to use the TV.
So now we find ourselves in the TV room. We can use the TV for the nightly news during the week, during rec time, and also for football on Saturdays and for a movie every Saturday night. Most weekends we're allowed to use the telephones and the computer for internet, and also on the weekend, with permission, we can use the car to drive somewhere. During the week, you can use the car to go to meetings like for spiritual direction or confession, and you can also walk to the post office or the library, which are pretty close.
Periodically, we have the opportunity to take a day away from the novitiate, so we come up here to the Hermitage for some time for quiet, with either journaling, spiritual reading, sometimes just whatever you'd like to read, perhaps a hike around, and it's a real blessing.